on, man?
What's happening?
Yep. We got a goodie tonight, y'all. Let's get it. Yo, salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history, man. We appreciate you guys for rocking with us once again. I got my brothers in the building, East Coast Gridiron, Dante. I got my brother, BIGMIKE Raider, Shieldmore, man. What's good, my guys?
Man, good, man. I'm ready to cook. I've been waiting for this one for a minute, bro.
Yes.
Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Well, you know, we got our brother backstage already, man, and we're not going to wait on this. For those who are just pulling up, we have our guy, former Las Vegas Raider, former Indianapolis Colt, good friend of the show, man, our guy, Mr. Denzelle. Good, man. What's good with you, bro?
What's going on, Raider Nation?
Oh, man. It's always a blessing to have my guy Good in the building. I see you in the studio. We were talking a little bit behind the scenes. What you got cooking up right now, man?
Yeah, man, I got another project on the way, man. So, should be dropping sometime next month. Really ain't got a name for it yet. I just been doing the music to it, just really getting into it. But yeah, man, I'm excited about it. I got a couple singles out now on all platforms, mostly on SoundCloud. But yeah, man, I'm everywhere.
And I got to say this real quick. We say this every time Good is on the show with us, but I truly mean this. I'm not saying this because this are people. He actually makes really good music. A lot of athletes don't translate well trying to make music, man. And I'm not going to put any names out there. I'm just going to say, Good, continue to cook, brother, because you're doing your thing. And once that music drops, like I said before, please shoot it our way. We would love to do a little quick, preview. Have the, little part over here.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that most definitely, man.
And get the nation involved. Real quick, Good, my brother BIGMIKE, Good, my brother Dante.
What's happening, man? Super excited about this one.
These are my guys, man, that are film breakdown junkies, man. Like they really phenomenal work. And I was like, you know what, man? I wanted to do something with our third round pick. You know what I mean? You, former offensive lineman, Delmar Glaze, he's actually from your area. You know what I mean? Because look, he played in Maryland. He's from Charlotte, North Carolina. Everybody knows who's familiar with Good. He was a former NC State guy, then went to Mars Hill, both schools out there in the area. This is a guy in Delmar Glaze that is from Charlotte, North Carolina, played at Maryland. A guy also that can play right tackle, can play guard.
My family's from Winston-Salem, so right down like an hour away from Charlotte.
There you go. And Good is from the Carolinas, you know what I mean? So this was a perfect chance for us to kind of vibe out a little bit and break down some tape on a guy that I think that a lot of us in the nation are excited about. You know what I'm saying? A few people weren't really in tune with them because there was a few runs Good in this draft with right tackles. And initially we thought we were going to take one in the first round. We missed out on the first run. Then there was a second run. And in that third, we were like, you know what? We got to go get a guy right now because it looks like we're going to miss out. We bring in a guy, Delmar Glaze, a.k.a. DJ Glaze, who's versatile like yourself, man, can play guard, can play tackle, can move up and down the O-line. And we wanted to break down a few plays with you, man, and get your assessment, of what you see from this young pup. Are you familiar with DJ Glaze at all?
Yeah, I definitely read up on him. I watched a little bit of his film from the first time you reached out. You put his name in my ear, so I kind of went out there and did my own little research, and I see him, man.
I love it. And let's get the chat involved tonight as well, you guys. Salute to my brother Hug. Denzelle, we love you, bro. Good to have you on the show. You're a bad man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
That's right. So Dante, let our brother know what we're doing today. Is there a specific game that we're breaking down? Like, what do we got going on in terms of the film?
Yeah, so the film that I pulled out, unfortunately, was against the #1 defense last year in Michigan. But why that's important, and I'm sure we all know this, especially Denzelle, like you got to find the good and the bad sometimes. So let's see how consistent that he can be against their defensive line, because their defensive line was, Chris Jenkins and the boys over there.
Yeah.
How does he deal with, Talia Tagovailoa being his quarterback, and how off script that he can be? Those are the kind of things that I look at. Denzelle, I'm the film guy, but I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna be a student tonight, man. I know you played in the league and everything, so I'm super excited just to pick your brain. As a former quarterback too, you got to be very intimate with your line of scrimmage,
Yes,
and all your offensive linemen. So, yeah, this is gonna be a fun one right here. But yeah, I picked a Michigan film just for that, so we can see how he's gonna match up. I mean, he went against pros right now that got drafted along in his class. So
Dante, who's he facing week 1? Or Big Mike? Who was he facing week 1? Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh. We got the Chargers week 1.
Yep.
Oh, so yeah, I didn't even put that together. So
this is beautiful. We get a chance to see him go against the greatest defense at the collegiate level. So I love it, man. So all right, we got to figure this out a little bit because we got 4 people on screen. How do you want to do this, Dante? You want to pull it up and I'll kind of shift you over again?
We could do that. It should work the same way. So
let me, before we get to this, good. I'm going to ask you, man, like what are you specifically looking at from a rookie, that's never played a snap at the NFL level? When you look at young kids, coming in, what are you looking specifically for when you're looking at tape?
First thing in O-lineman, man, like it might not be the first thing in a lot of, people who don't really put themselves around football a lot eyes as far as when it comes to O-lineman, but I look at how they move. I'm looking at your feet. That's the most important thing to me for offensive lineman is feet, hips, and just, is he exploding off the ball? Is he explosive? Can he get to the second level? Can he move laterally? Can he keep up with the quicker guys? As guys running 4.5s off the edge, man, it's a whole different ball game. So with O-lineman, I think athleticism is one of the number one things these days, for sure.
Hey, good. Real quick, man, before we get started, we're about to be running a wide zone, which is, beneficial for a more athletic offensive line. What was personally your favorite thing to run? Were you a man guy? Were you a zone, wide zone? What did you prefer?
I think I had some pretty good O-line coaches. So one of my favorite, as y'all know, Caves, man, that's my guy to the end. I will always put Caves as number one. No offense to, Joe Philbin is with the team now. He was one of my guys. Yep. But no offense to none of my other coaches, but Joe Caves, man, he's an O-line guru, philosopher. Like, that's my dude, man. So I'm a downhill guy. I got that Caves philosophy all over me. Pause. But but yeah, man, I just, that's the one that stuck with my play style the most. Double teams, running some gap, power, just getting guys off the ball, getting movement. That was right up my alley, you know what I'm saying? So that's my favorite. I love to see a guy just coming off the ball and just moving him, man. So ain't nothing like it.
I know we're gonna be talking about DJ, but I gotta ask you real quick, who was the toughest D lineman that you ever went up against?
I got far at tackle, I definitely give it to Vaughn. I had a pretty good game against JJ Watt there too. But at guard, far as playing in the game, I went against what's his name? Poe. The Chiefs.
Dontari Poe. Yeah.
Man, I went against him my second year in the league. That was an experience right there. And then going to play against the Rams, going against Aaron Donald for the first time my last year, that was nice too. I'll never forget that either. So yeah, man, I have to give it up to those guys.
Max was fun, and he had to been fun at practice as well, right?
Oh yeah, man. If you want to talk about somebody who's just intimidating the whole time, yeah, for sure.
I love it. Dante, what we got going on, brother?
All right, let me go ahead and switch to the film.
Here we go.
Got it up there. So make yourself big, pause, and then slide me over.
Hey,
That's a wild statement right there.
My dog is tweaking right now.
There we go.
It come along with the territory of football talk. I said,
Yeah.
some of the
Hey,
worst
man.
words you can say out of your mouth, man.
There ain't no way around it, man.
Yeah,
There ain't no way around it.
We definitely having the pause Olympics tonight, though. I promise you that. We're gonna have fun with this.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm the pause king when I come on the show.
Oh, yeah,
yeah, that's a fact, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact. All right, what are we looking at right here, Tay?
Real quick before we get started, one thing that's different from Maryland's offense, and you know, Denzelle, you probably know these guys, Josh Gaddis and Mike Loxley, head coach for Maryland. Josh Gaddis came over as the offensive coordinator. They both were under the tutelage of Nick Saban. So when you talk about offensive linemen that came out of that school and still continue to come out of that school, they know the pedigree of players that they want to have. Both schemes that Mike and Josh Gaddis like to run is a very run-heavy scheme. That's why they kind of shipped Josh Gaddis out of Miami when they had Tyler Van Dyke, and then we all know that experience. Now Tyler Van Dyke is up in Wisconsin about to go into another run-heavy offense. But the one thing that I've noticed watching Maryland over the years with Mike Loxley being there and Josh Gaddis just kind of took advantage of the scheme. They run a lot of 11 personnel, so I know you guys get excited about the 12 personnel, bringing Brock Bowers over and things like that. So if you're talking about a change on what's going to happen with DJ Glaze, that's one thing. There's a lot of motion. You're going to see a lot of motions with this whole offensive scheme. Sometimes they have trips tight inside. Sometimes they have it out wide. Doubles tight, trip sets all over the place, but they're constantly moving. So that's just one thing I just want to keep in everybody's mind when we're watching this. Like if you see a bunch of movement, and that's just how they got down at Maryland. So regardless if they had success or not, that's how it was.
He's at left tackle right here.
Yep.
Mhm.
So he's on the left
he's number
side.
74. So let me go ahead and get everything all.
That Michigan defense is terrifying too, man.
Y'all can see
That's
these,
11 NFL players on the field, bro.
Yeah.
They had some guys over there, man, for sure.
Yeah, they got some dogs. Oh, a lot of
you
motion.
see, yep, a lot of motion. You're gonna see a lot of 11 personnel, so they're always gonna have a tight end tight on, whatever
Good.
side.
Real quick before you get the snap going.
Yep.
What is your thought process right now as this defense is moving? You got the motion moving, and now the defense is kind of moving. What's your thought process pre-snap in this situation? As the ball right before snap, what is your thought process of that one?
Just to see where the guys who pertain to my block or my combo or whatever it may be, just see their positioning. See right here, I can tell they got a little bit more movement to do. So, just some patience just to kind of, get the grasp of how they line up and how they align and all that good stuff.
Got you.
Yeah, as far as for a quarterback standpoint, I always tell you guys who's my hot guy, who's the guy that I think is going to rush towards me. So noticing that we're in 11 personnel as well, I'm not knowing what the tight end's going to do before this play. This is obviously if he's doing something up the seam or doing a drag or getting out for a bubble or something like that. This is the guy that I'm worried about. So Tolly is known to have legs in this situation, so he'll create something if he needs to, but I'm sure this is one thing that DJ's worried about too. I got a dude that's on my inside shoulder. What's going to happen with this guy is is this nickel disguising something as well? Is he going to come down? That's a lot to ask for this one guy if the tight end gets out and does something. So right now he's getting inside.
That was actually a great rep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
What's the footwork looking like? Good. I mean, like right off the snap. What do you process on that first one right there?
Well, you want to make sure you don't step under yourself, taking that wide zone step over there to your guy. You want to make sure you get your head placed at the landmark that you're aiming for. Right there, in his case, was trying to get that inside shoulder,
right.
For the cutoff. But he wanted to influence that guy to keep working inside. I like how he, kept engaged, kept his hands in tight, and never, he never disengaged from the defender. He just kept moving him.
Yeah,
right. That was a great rep right there.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see, right? Like if things don't go as planned, the least you can do is still engage and be on a dude and still, working. Let the running back make a decision in the backfield. So yeah, that's what I noticed as well, man.
So one of my questions always for like offensive linemen at this level, because I didn't get to play at the college level, but I've coached a couple college kids as well, not offensive linemen. As far as like your head positioning, like as a left tackle, because I know this happens a lot, right? And I've heard it in clinics, like whoever that tackle or that edge is, they're gonna try to get in position where regardless of where their helmet is on the shoulders. So as like an offensive lineman, how much do you pay attention to that, and does somebody get a power position that way?
It can be the difference between, getting blown up for a tackle in the backfield, honestly. If your defensive lineman that he's going against right there, which I'm sure he is, if the defensive lineman is worth a damn, they're not going to let you capture that inside shoulder, easily without a fight. So I feel like in that play, he was anticipating that. So he, real dramatic movement, real good step, good speed, influence that guy to go ahead and work his way over there just so he can seal him inside with it being a cutback play.
Right. Yeah, I hear that a lot. It's like you got a guy that's trying to put his helmet on both sides of your shoulder to try to get a position, and it's so confusing for a lot of offensive linemen with that haven't experienced that, quite yet in their career when they first get to college. You don't experience that at all in high school. It's just guys are just trying to get powerful on you, right? More about technique in college.
Was that Chris Jenkins?
And the NFL, I'm sure.
Was that Chris Jenkins?
I can't remember what number Chris Jenkins was, to be honest.
Okay.
Chris Jenkins. Oh, I'll look it up real quick. I think he was like 75 or something like that.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because I think he rocked the same number as his dad, and I think he was 75.
Yeah.
No, 94. So yeah,
that was.
Yeah, so Chris Jenkins is right here, head up on.
Yeah.
Yep.
So hey, that's a second round guy going up against a third round tackle / guard, and that was a great rep because Chris Jenkins was one of the better defensive tackles in this year's draft.
Yeah, and the guy that they said is going to be like the number one lineman, I forget this kid's name, but him right here.
Yeah,
they said that he's going to be a monster. So
that's that Graham kid.
Yeah, Graham.
He had a hell of a Rose Bowl.
I heard. Yeah, I seen some training tape of him. He got some crazy hands.
Yeah.
This the next rep right here.
Yep, next rep right here.
Whew.
That was a really good rep by him.
Other one.
Let me check out that first step.
Got some combo.
Okay. See, that's at that level, man. He's so athletic. Even right there, you would like that second step with his inside foot. You would like that to go straight up the field. Kind of go into that double team. But I don't know the offense for sure now, but I'm just going off what I know. But you want that second step to go straight up field, right through that guy's crotch, and just to get vertical. But I mean, look how athletic he is, man. He just, he can take a step like that, step under himself a little bit, and then just keep moving, and then get to the second level with speed and not get in the way of the run. That's impressive to me right there. That's a good rep.
Yeah.
Hey, good. I got a question for you. What's better than getting a pancake on a DB? What's better than that? Is there anything better than that?
I would say just, man, pancaking the guy right on the D line, you can't beat that. That right there.
Yeah.
Don't nothing make you feel like a man more than that. You know what I'm saying? When you take that number 90 something and put his ass on his back and you have to push up off him to get up, I mean, you set for the rest of the game off of that.
Right.
Yeah. There's a kid in Ohio.
Like a man more than that.
Right.
There's a kid in Ohio. I just watched his film, and one of the things that, they had added like 16 pancakes, but he was pancaking them this way, putting them on their chest. But his teammate that I watched, I was like, watch more film or get with your teammate because he's putting them on their back and dragging them back, which is giving you more leverage for your whole offense, especially in the running game. So I said, don't celebrate the ones where you're bringing them down because they might have just tripped or something like that.
Yeah.
I know Keanu Benton was getting Oluwatimi from Michigan the previous year at the Senior Bowl, and Oluwatimi was having problems against Keanu Benton, but he kept just folding them under. And I'm like, and he struggled a little bit this year with the Steelers.
Florida Gator.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason why I asked that is because you see that DB, he's downfield. My eyes are getting big. As soon as I see it, I'm like, okay, so if he steps up and I get a chance to put him on his back, I'm gonna make a play. I'm gonna make a highlight.
Oh yeah, you absolutely want to punish them little guys, man.
Right. That's exactly how I feel.
They got no business being in there, so yeah, get your ass club. Yeah.
What do you see right here, Dante?
So obviously, they're moving guys in motion. They've been doing this the whole game. Michigan's not moving. They play, a huge zone scheme which is beneficial for everybody when you're super athletic, right?
It's a disciplined defense right there, man.
Yeah, that D-line move and the whole D-line movement, that can be trouble. Something simple as that.
Yeah. That's one thing that I've noticed. Every time that there's motion, they're shifting or somebody's moving to get in a better power position, or the linebackers now at the second level are shifting over, make sure they're clearing up that side of the field.
What was DJ's assignment right there? Because it looked like he really didn't get his hands on anybody.
He kind of looked like he was doing a little bit of reading, kind of like inside out. But the other guy, I see the outside guy, looked like he was a little delayed on that rush.
Yeah. And DJ's looking. I mean, if you look at I always like to look at the stripes on the helmet, right, to see exactly where they're looking. Obviously, he's trying to figure out who the best person is. Yeah,
the rusher that was in front of him initially kind of made that late inside move to the guard. If he would have went right away, he probably would have got his eyes out to that outside guy.
Yeah,
last minute little.
So when in the NFL, like I know when I used to coach kids on the offense to help their quarterback out, I always used to tell them right now, just get to the guy closest to the line of scrimmage. Don't really worry about the linebacker, especially if you got a running back that's supposed to come up, or if we're rocking 12 personnel, let the tight ends pick them up. Is that the same philosophy when you get to the NFL, especially when they have like a Von Miller, like you were saying? Like how do you deal with that? Is he the first pickup, or is it somebody else inside?
Oh yeah, they always take priority for sure, but they take, I would say, just body presence, especially if it's a reading block. If it was a reading block, I would say that DJ just need to take maybe like a 1 or 2 vertical sets, inside hand strong to the guard. And as soon as he feels the guard's presence push him out, then, a bailout block on the outside guy is how I would think it was supposed to go.
But, yeah, I heard that. I heard that a couple times from. So I just graduated from, in February from scouting school, and Louis Reddick was doing one of our presentations, and that's what he was saying is like, in the NFL, you have to, like a Von Miller or like a Aaron Donald, you have to think of them as 2 defenders because they're that talented.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, that's that same rep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt that that's going to happen anymore throughout this game with Michigan's defense.
Yeah. But Maryland's been moving the ball, though.
Yeah. What's interesting about Michigan is I've constantly just seen just 2 down linemen as well. Everybody else is
standing up.
Standing up, no hands in the dirt. Now it's 3. That was a crazy shift.
Yeah.
He went from standing up to now 3 down linemen.
Man. Yeah, I would like to see the other angle of that one. But
let me
what's the when you see the shifting like that, good. What are you thinking at that moment? Like,
well, when you see 2 guys, what down is right here? Second or first? I don't know what that is. It looked like it's still early in the game. When you see 2 guys with their hands in the dirt, that kind of, like when that look, somebody else is coming. It's gonna be a shift. They probably seen that on film plenty of times. They probably knew that that's a tactic that a defense would do to try to draw a jump or just cause some little confusion and stuff. But
so it's a first down right here.
They probably expecting it. They knew somebody else was gonna get their hand in the dirt, and plus that gap in front of the DJ was just wide open, so he knew somebody was coming.
Yeah,
a little stunt right there too.
That Graham kid.
Is that him on DJ? See his hands. Yeah. He's like a wide max. Like that's what he remind me of, man. I've seen him too. He like a wide max. Like he keep moving them hands.
Yeah.
He's fast for his size too, because I'm telling you, immediately looked like an edge rusher.
Deceiving, man.
He's 6'4", 315.
Yeah. That boy can
move. He went across 2 gaps too.
That's quick. He can move.
Yeah.
Run that back. Let me check out DJ's set right there.
Yep.
When's the last time you watched some tape? It's been a minute.
Not necessarily. I watch a lot of. I'll check out some high school kids, especially for my homeschool team. I just see what we got coming. I see guys, getting hyped, getting offers. Yeah. I watch a lot of the rivals 1-on-1s. But just really locking back in on some real high level footage when you approached me about this. So yeah, I definitely like.
I've been watching a ton of high school film, like helping. I got 5 more kids I got on the list to do. I just wrapped up watching 4 kids tape already.
So
I wish I had angles like this in high school.
Oh
like,
yeah,
I wish it was this clear.
We couldn't get there. We had somebody holding the camera shaking.
I know times have changed. I know times have changed since I was in high school. I'm 34, so this was 2004 to 2008 is when I was in high school. But now on their film, somebody got smart. They're having a camera pointed at the scoreboard so you can actually see the down and distance on high school film now.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
how
like, okay.
Start off,
Yeah.
How do you judge this rep right here? Good. What do you see, man? Just run that one back.
This rep right here is I would say this one is completely just a film rep. Like this is one you gotta see that 3-man game come as soon as you see that guy lined up wide, cross your face like that, and not even looking at you. You know, that's the only knock I would have on him right there is just how wide. You know, you got to kind of bring that down, run it back. Let me see him.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say you probably can't overreach and get a punch on that guy, but just to be on the outside hip of that guard right there. Once you see that disappear, that guy backing up.
Yeah.
But he should also be ready for the 3-man game. Like you can tell that's something coming back to you. You know, you ain't gonna never have no rep off like that as an O-lineman. So you don't have some work coming to you. But I think he should have closed that gap just a little bit. Just one good, power step in, keep your base, and just be ready to, deal with whoever coming around.
Talk that shit good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also, I mean, and this is probably a question for you. When you're in a game like this, and this was like the third to last game of the season. If you're seeing a shift like this happen, like I'm pretty sure that this is not anything that's not familiar territory for a team at this point because they've probably seen this.
Yeah, this ain't nothing too crazy at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm sure as an offensive line coach, you're thinking like, okay, you got Chris Jenkins that done flipped over a little bit, outside shoulder. If 55 comes over, who's blocking who? Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think this is strictly one of those reps that you're like, okay, we went through this on who was going to be blocking who. Now, was it just 55 was just faster than you? Like, what was the foot?
My first thing, if I was in DJ's shoes, my first thing, I'm gonna look at the down guy, and I see I have no 5 technique. I have pretty much no defensive man, and the guy who was covering that slot, his body language ain't telling me that he's rushing, even though he is cat. So I'm going to be looking at the guy right there on the inside at 4, or that inside 4 technique that they have right there. Or no, he's really like he's a 4. But
4.
So I'm looking at that 4 technique, and I'm thinking that he's either going A, contain and try to get outside of me, or B, is a game coming. With that guy bailing out of there.
Yeah.
Bro, this is like literally school right now. I love it.
Man.
Oh yeah. You know me, I love this stuff, man. I went through in the off season.
Yeah.
400 different games. I try to do my homework as much as possible this year on these guys.
But Mike, the O-line is your forte, right? Like we broke down safeties thus far. We broke down. Well, what do we do? Tight ends, running backs.
Yep.
This is something different right here. You know what I mean? We had Jackson Powers Johnson as well. He was at the guard position. We didn't really get any center reps from him, huh? I don't think was just all guard.
I think it was we got some center reps.
No, we did. We watched 2. We watched the previous year when he was playing guard, and then we watched center. And
but this is our first tackle work, though. This is our first tackle work.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch much of him. I heard some good stuff about him.
Oh, he's one of the ones. Good. I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you the video that we broke down. He's one of the ones, bro. Once again, salute to the chat, you guys. Thank you guys for being here with us. Hey, real quick, while we break down this next, good. Where can they find the music and what name under it?
Oh, all the music is under Canon 864. That's Canon 864, and it's on all platforms, SoundCloud included.
There you go. I'm gonna put the link inside the chat as well while we over here moving and grooving. So,
yeah, Raiders Rebel. That's his name, Mason Graham. The dude is like even the scouts that I know, they've already got him as like a first-round grade just from last year's performance.
I knew that from last year. I could tell. As much as I heard his name, I knew he was going to be a first-round kid.
Yep.
For sure.
All right, let's see what we got out here.
So again, I mean, these guys are running a lot of inside zone, a lot of power. I mean, this is what they like to do up in Maryland, and then just pass it down your throat with Tolly. And sometimes he uses short arm passes, but this is a lot of good reps for him because this is what they're going to do in the NFL. I mean, you guys got Zeus, y'all gonna run a lot of that or a lot of power.
Yeah.
Man, that dude is so damn big.
It's crazy.
Man, I ain't never seen the running back look like that, man. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Bro, I said the other day, Good, that he, like arms wise, he looks like the AJ Dillon legs version of arms. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
What they used to call it, AJ Dillon Quadzilla.
Turbo. I played with Turbo. Man, what was his name? Turban. We called him Turbo though.
Yeah.
He had some of the biggest biceps for a running back I ever seen, but he beat that. Zeus got it beat by far, man. I ain't never seen no arms on a running back like that.
That's insane, bro. So somebody said the other day, was like, how the hell is he gonna hold the football?
That thing gonna pop.
Man, bro.
If he
His arms are so big, he grew an extra hand, and it's for extra security.
I'm knocking on wood right now. But if he fumble, that shit gonna pop up to the damn third level.
Right.
Gonna pop that shit out of the ball so hard. If he fumble, that somebody gonna get a
shit gonna look like a punt.
Bro, I can see him squeezing that shit now.
Man.
Yo, Frank, he looks like Herschel Walker. That's facts.
Yeah, he might be a little bit bigger than Herschel Walker.
He is.
Bro.
He bigger than Herschel, man. That's
Another Georgia boy.
That's true.
Another Georgia boy. That's just funny, bro. All right, what we looking at right here, Tay?
This is kind of weird in the middle of the
field. A lot
field.
going on right now.
It's almost like a goal line formation.
It's crucial though. Look how he got his head across right there though.
Yeah,
like that's major. His guy didn't get no level. His guy didn't gain no ground on him.
That's what I was gonna say. Like this play is like crashing.
It looked like the tush push low key.
Yeah.
The
copycats. They faked it though. They faked it though.
Yeah. Okay. This is you can't really count this rep against. So he knows it's a fake play.
Yeah. And he took some legs out though.
Yeah. Hey, he got his head across. That's all that matters.
Yo, Talia was like, I ain't Jalen. I ain't squatting 600 pounds. We go ahead and dump this one off.
Yep.
Straight up. Spivey, I appreciate you, brother. Salute, man. Thank you so much. Salute to all the new members in the building because of our guy Spivey, man. And DeBoke says Zeus look like a monster. This is facts. He definitely looks like a monster, bro.
So I always wonder, as an offensive line, when we used to coach, we used to call this empty. I mean, you got two guys that are not, you got one guy that's off the ball, one guy that's standing up. The guard's got a guy that's head up, and you got support behind you in this formation. Like, are you expecting? From my perspective, you expect maybe 24 to pick up 25 if he's a hot guy coming on the offensive line. But as far as this, like how hard is it to get leverage around this guy if he's trying to get around you?
So hold on, rephrase that question again, the last part.
So as a left tackle, let's say 8 is just rushing you right now and he's a little bit off the ball. Like how hard is it to get to that like an athletic guy like that?
Man, you got to look at it like you are the direct line between the quarterback and him. That's what KB used to say, the fast way to the quarterback is a straight line. As long as you own that line, you got a chance. So if you're going to get some fast guy like that, you want to get vertical. You don't want to get too wide because they ain't going to make you look foolish by, faking you out going inside. So just get vertical, stay on that inside shoulder, and just, make sure they don't get you inside.
There we go.
I mean, that's a great little backside, block. Just attacking little pass block. That's good. Stay square, keep your balance. Don't lose yourself. Don't get too far out there.
Yeah. I mean, he did. Check off the box, man. Perfect.
To me, this has been pretty impressive for him because he's seen so many different alignments and looks just early in the game. Look, it's still the first quarter.
I didn't get to watch the whole game of him at left tackle. I watched a lot of him in right tackle, and just a switch guy. And in my opinion, he feels much more comfortable. He looks much more comfortable on the right side. His technique, movement, balance, everything.
And that's where he'll be in Vegas at some point. Yeah. I mean, we got Mumford starting at right tackle. So, but I know at some point DJ is going to be on the right side, whether it's at guard or tackle. We already got Colton shored up on the left side.
Oh yeah, K Miller ain't going nowhere, man.
Yeah, and then we got Andres. We got Andres as well that came in as a veteran. He'll be the backup probably.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I like that move actually.
Yeah. Hey, good. I got a quick question, man. I know that in the NFL, this is definitely an illegal play. Going downfield. You got to stay within that 1 yard. You can go 5 yards in college. How hard was that to kind of adjust to that? Was that an adjustment period for you, or?
A little, but with the speed of the NFL, go both ways. Because I mean, them quarterbacks, like I came in playing when I did start playing. I was with Andrew Luck, and Matt Hasselbeck. So he will make sure that you're good with a play like this, like a RPO, that he'll be quick enough. If you are going upfield, the ball gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? They literally tell you, you just block the run. Yeah. And I'll handle the rest. You know what I'm saying? With a good QB.
How was it playing with Andrew?
Man, that dude was a football genius, man. It was ridiculous. Like
I literally called my wife when he retired.
Say it again.
I said I literally called my wife when he retired because like me and him are the same age, and I was like, I'm sad. She was like, "Why?" I said Andrew retired, and he just seems like the type of dude that was like when his mind was made up that he was going to, he wasn't coming back. Because I told people, I'm like, I don't think he coming back, man.
Yeah, that's what I said too. With Andrew, man, I know he was trying to get his family and all that. He just wanted to, focus on stuff other than football, man. And he got a lot from football, and good and bad. Honestly, that shit kind of it can wear on you, man. Like,
he made his money. I mean, there's nothing else to prove. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, real quick, good before we get to this next round, I'm going to ask you, who was your film buddy at your time in Vegas? Was there one specific guy that you were like this hand in hand with breaking down tape?
Gabe, man. Gabe watched the ass of film. He even, Gabe inspired me. Gabe was one of my best friends in general. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we talked a lot. Gabe inspired me to watch more film. He was when I played right tackle, he was even giving me tips and stuff like that I wasn't even thinking about. He'd be like, hey, when you get this look, I'm gonna be right here because this guy like to do this or that. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially that Saints game when I had to play tackle right there, he gave me a lot of good pointers on Jordan. And it was just crazy because I'm like, man, you ain't even gonna be blocking him, but you giving me all the tools, That's just how much film you watch. But yeah, Gabe was my guy, man. We'd get on the phone and just watch film together and just,
Is he still out there in the Carolinas? I know he was with the Panthers last year. Is he still out there?
I don't think he's with any team right now.
No, he's a free agent. Yeah, but is he still out there? Like in the area?
No, he back home right now.
Okay.
Yeah. That boy in hella shape too, man.
I gotta highlight Gabe. I gotta highlight Gabe.
Like him, he like 330 right now. I'm trying to get like him.
Oh man. Okay.
That's one of my favorite draft picks ever, and I mean ever. Like real talk. That draft with Khalil and DC and Gabe back to back. That was a nasty.
Hey, that was a good draft right there, man. Those some great core pieces to me.
Yeah, man.
Man, I think I was the only one that year that said that Khalil was going to be better than Jadeveon Clowney.
Oh man, I mean,
I caught heat for that, but I watched a ton of film. I was like, I don't care that he played at Buffalo. The only other dude that I'll compare to him as of right now who reminds me of him and I think is going to have a great career too is Chop Robinson.
Ooh, damn!
I don't think
you comparing him to Khalil?
Yeah, Chop Robinson was.
Bro, you got to look at you have to look at the run game, Dante. Like Khalil, that's his bread and butter as well. He can get to the quarterback, but that man can play the run. I don't know if Chop can do that at the next level.
That's a tough comparison to make. What Khalil was, he just one of the ones, man. Like that's hard. Like you said, like you're right. The run game. That's a lot of people don't really think about his impact in the run game too.
Well, I know Latu, that's like his bread and butter, but I was like, I think Chop rivals him in that same regard. Like Latu was really good at, on the edge and in the run game. And I think Chop's the same way. They just asked Chop to hand in the dirt, get to the quarterback a lot. But when it was, you know, an outside toss or a screenplay, Chop was in the backfield a lot. And that's what impressed me on his film was like, dang, the pass rush is already scary because he looked like Myles Garrett out there. The dude is a tank. But as far as like the run game, he was a stuffer when he needed to be.
The next level different though. The next level different.
Absolutely. But you know, both of their film just reminded me of each other when they were in college. Yeah. And I know, you know, one played at Penn State, one played at Buffalo.
This may be the weirdest comparison in the world, and it may sound like I'm kind of, but Micah Parsons, because of the outside linebacker and playing edge rusher. You know what I mean? Now, Micah's not great against the run. I mean, he's good against the run, but he's not a Khalil Mack against the run. But a guy that can give you some reps at outside linebacker, play the edge. You know what I mean? I think that would be the guy that I would look at.
That's a great comparison. I didn't think of Micah, but yeah, that's a great comparison. I can see that.
Yeah, man, Micah's one of them ones.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, what we got right here, Tay?
Engage.
All right. Hey,
down block.
That's a weird
pin. He took perfect steps for a pin block. Stay right there on that outside. Stay right on his landmark.
That was a good rep of him against Graham.
Yep.
Sticks out to me his engagement. You know, he's going whistle to whistle.
Mm-hmm.
And against a guy who's going to be a first round guy. Could have probably been a first round guy this year.
Yeah.
He came out.
Yeah. And I was about to say, with when you usually going against a stud on the D line with a down block, you gotta kind of like, he didn't explode off the ball, rightfully so, because you know a guy like him could just, you know, ole you. He can just get up and just swim over you and just make that play. So he approached it cautiously. He locked his hands in, kept his feet moving, and didn't get snatched or thrown to the side. He stayed engaged. That was a great rep too.
And his hands look like he's getting inside, trying to pull his jersey down, so he can't do that. Because I know that's
level. You know, they'll try to turn to get that flag thrown. So you know he had to learn how to cycle that hand back inside, just to keep it inside when he turned like that. Like you say, I try to turn at the last minute to shed him.
Hey, good. I got a question for you. So when you're going against a guy across from you, you know you got him, right? He's not that first round caliber guy like we're looking at right now, but it's a guy that you know you have. Does some of the technique kind of go out the window? You just go straight for the block. You pancaking.
I say take advantage. If you got a guy who you know ain't too much of a jump around guy, maybe like you said, not a first round pedigree guy, like maybe like a sub lineman coming in just straightforward, want to press into somebody and read both ways. Like you got like a base D lineman like that. Hell yeah, you just gonna explode off the ball and just get that initial and just move them as much as you can. Just boom, move your feet. You know they're not gonna do no trickery. They're not gonna stop. And you know, I think I'm sure 55 or whatever number he is, he got more of a green light to do shit like that. Like you probably take one step and just like see a block coming down and just back up and ole that and not penetrate, but just read and react. You know, like JJ Watt would do. JJ Watt, that's his specialty. He killed tons of tackles and tight ends on them down blocks by just being a jump around guy. You know, you think you got him, he right there. As soon as you come off the ball with everything you got, because it's JJ Watt, he boom, you miss him right in the dirt, and he making the play.
Bro, I have not seen one bad rep. Like I'm really impressed right now with Glaze going against this defense, man.
Yeah, he been on it.
Yeah.
He came out the gates. Yeah, he came out firing on cylinders right now in this game. You can tell he was hyped up for this game. That's a good sign too. You know, you can tell he was ready.
Showing up for the big games. You know,
I like this rep because I used to tell guys in high school, I'm like, sometimes as an offensive lineman, you could beat a defensive lineman with your footwork, and that's what it looked like here. It's like he didn't have to do too much. You didn't have to get physical with him because he's trying to look where he's trying to go and then decide what move he's trying to put on you. But because the footwork was so good, like there was nowhere that Graham could get to him.
Tay, you know who Graham reminds me of? Braden Fisk.
I knew you was about to say that.
Yeah, he does. Same number and everything too.
The same body structure. Like he just
he's a little bit bigger than Braden Fisk.
Braden Fisk has shorter arms too.
Yeah, and that was the one knock in his like when he coming into the draft was
the other knock was, and you know I watched every single rep at Florida State. The other knock is his performance lacked a lot when he was opposite side of Jared Verse, then lined up with Jared Verse too. So I don't know how much of a fall off that was, but I'm sure having all American edge rusher on one side, and you know you're getting help there. It's a lot easier to beat the next guy up.
Hey, good. Let us know too, brother. We're not gonna keep you all night. You let us know when you gotta go if something comes up, and we already know.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
So there you go. Talia getting a little off script right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually 7-3 right now. Like this, I thought Michigan would have been dominating right now. What Maryland look like
You
last
know,
week?
what was Maryland's record?
Yeah, what they look like? I didn't really pay too much attention.
Maryland always has had a really good team against Ohio State and Michigan. Like the last 2 years, I actually had Michigan on upset alert. Like I said, if anybody's gonna get upset, it's them against Maryland. Mm-hmm. They always play Ohio State and Michigan like this in the first half of games. Then the second half, I don't know what happens in the locker room or game planning. They just fall apart.
That'd be the difference between the coaches right there.
Yeah, that's just getting outclassed at that point, man.
Yep, man.
If Jim Harbaugh was on Michigan, they would have won. Or on Maryland, they would have won this game because they wouldn't have let this go.
That's Harbaugh saying we got him exactly where we want him.
Yeah. What was Maryland's record? Maryland.
I feel like they're like always solid, but just not.
Yeah.
They've been solid the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I think they had like a 7-win season.
That's where they always are. Too.
Maryland, that's like the team that'll win some games they don't supposed to win and lose some they're not supposed to lose. You know?
Right.
That's the kind of team they remind me of.
7-5, 8-4.
Yeah.
And I grew up in Baltimore. Maryland used to suck balls for a long time. Outside of the lacrosse team, who's always been great, the women's basketball team has always been pretty decent too.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever attended a Maryland football game until I got invited out there to go watch a game. I didn't ever pay money to go see them.
8-5 last year, 4-5 in the conference.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's not bad for Maryland. I mean, you think about it, Rutgers and Maryland got there 5 or 6 years ago. That was a tall task, and Rutgers is going to be pretty good this year too. I mean, Greg Schiano being their coach, but yeah, this is just how they always play it, man. And partially it's because of Talia. He just falls apart at the second half of games too. But I think he just didn't have a really good weapon at wide receiver. Like if he had a really good wide receiver and a half decent running back, they maybe could have went down to the wire with both of these teams.
Mm-hmm.
Another nice little rep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you see a little passing rep from him there.
Mm-hmm.
See, the blocks like that is all footwork too. You got to move them feet when you are doing play action blocks like that, selling a run.
Mm-hmm.
How competitive it is in the NFL? Because, you know, on offense, I always used to get on our offensive linemen like, man, you move within 3 hash marks. We try to get you to 2. We try to get you, your footwork inside of 1. Like, how competitive is that type of stuff in the NFL?
Man, it's super competitive, man. You're going against some of the best athletes in the world at all times. Your technique got to be on point. You can't be out there too sloppy. If you're going to be sloppy, it can't happen more than once for sure. They pick up on everything.
Man,
we always used to threaten players like if you move on outside of 3 hash marks, you might not be starting this week. That's too much movement. That's too much movement right there.
Let me see. Did he catch that?
On the reaction, it didn't look like he did.
Nah, it didn't. Nah, second and 10.
I can't believe he dropped that, bro.
Hey, good. Once again, hey, how many reps did you play when you tore your ACL? I was at that game against Baltimore, I believe, right? It was Baltimore. Mm-hmm. How many reps did you play? Like a whole series or 2?
Yeah, I played 1.5 pretty much. I played 7 plays, tore it on the 7th play, and then I came back in for like 10 more reps.
That's crazy.
That's some different shit, bro. God damn.
Whole damn leg just hanging.
Bro,
I thought I just hyperextended my shit bad. It was just throbbing. I just thought it was just like it'll go away soon. But man, that shit started getting loose as hell.
Bro, you need a statue at Allegiant Stadium for that shit.
Hey, man.
I remember when I played it, and like them cold weather situations when somebody hits you with the helmet in your elbow, especially the running backs, they used to hate running up the middle when it's cold. I got hit in my elbow one time. I thought it was the same thing. I'm like, dang. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's throbbing. I could go out there and still make this pass. I noodle armed the shit out of a pass thinking that I was still good. Interception, bro. I was like, yeah, I thought it was the man.
Man.
Hey, real quick before you break down this next rate, why is Colton so underrated? Good, like I swear, like when they talk about the top left tackles in the league, it seems like Colton is never brought up, but he's always. You can look at all the the numbers that these PFF and all them put together. Colton's always at the top of the list. Like, why is he so under the radar? I don't understand.
I haven't understood that, man. I really haven't. I know Colton. He had his welcome to the NFL season his first year.
Yeah,
injuries and struggles or whatever. But man, I don't get it. From what I've seen, Colton work his ass off season, in season. It's just. I don't understand how he ain't a household name by now. Like, Colton should be definitely on every – like, Colton is, to me, definitely, I would say, top 6, 7 tackles in the league.
Gotta be.
Like, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Definitely give him that, man. Colton, like, look at our conference. Like, that's what I don't understand as well. When you look at our conference or our division, like, the Chargers, look at their rushers, look at the Chiefs, like the Super Bowl champs, like look at it's just
Denver's always had great pass rushers, like he's always had to face the upper echelon of edge rushers,
and he's on my list of guys that I'm devastated if he goes down. Max is on that list, Devontae's on that list. You got to add Colton Miller to that list. Like he's so important for what they do, and he's elite at what he does. Even though he doesn't get the credit for it, he's elite. So when he goes down, I'm devastated.
Every team got their 5 stars, man. Colton is definitely one of the 5-star guys on the Raiders for sure.
Yeah. Never been a Pro Bowler, Hug. That's crazy. He's never been a Pro Bowler.
And you know what? Colton's career actually reminded me a lot of another guy, one of my good friends, Anthony Costanzo with the Colts.
Yeah.
Man, Anthony Costanzo, he had so many seasons where he got snubbed from just a Pro Bowl, man. Like,
it's because they let the damn fans have like 70% of the vote.
When he gets great rushers, like it just reminded me a lot of that, man. Just like he get paid because he do the damn thing, and I don't understand that, man. It's just like no recognition whatsoever. And I know as O-line we're used to that, but damn, like it is ridiculous at this point for him, for sure.
Nasty word. What are we looking at right now, Dante?
All right, it looks like 55 is going to line up on him again. This is another passing rep. I like how patient he is. I watched this while you guys were talking, but I like how patient he is on 55 because I think what Graham tries to do is tries to be that Aaron Donald type. Like, I'm just going to out-muscle the shit out of you every single time. Mm-hmm. But watching DJ and his footwork, he's beating him with the footwork first and then trying to make him figure out, okay, what I got to do with my hands. Like this rep was awesome right here.
Yeah, and this rep take me back to that one of the first reps we was doing when that same look. Remember that guy backed out of there, and I'll say he was doing that read inside out, and that 4 technique was either gonna run the game or contain around him. So that's why I'm saying that vertical set. Look how vertical he is, not getting too wide, just vertical right on the guard's hip. Like that's a perfect rep right there for that.
Yeah, and there's always gonna be an odd man with this front too. Because you got, double team here. The tight ends obviously got to pick up the edge rusher on this side. So DJ's got the toughest job too. Like one-on-one matchup, you got no help. And you got nobody in the backfield, no running back in the backfield to come help you out either. So you got to.
That guard did a good job too. He gave both of those guys some good presence. Mm-hmm. That guard.
And another thing I do notice in certain films, certain reps, is does the offensive lineman, does he get jumpy when he gets off the snap? Is he hopping back? Is he looking frantic? He looks real composed doing that back. Yeah. The footwork is good. He doesn't look rattled. He looks like it's controlled. Everything looks controlled, like a controlled chaos. And that's what I like for what I'm seeing from every rep he does seems real controlled to me. Yeah. So, that's one thing I noticed because you don't want to see him like kind of looking like, he's kind of panicking in that back pedal, like, I got to get there real quick before, he gets there. Because then you could tell, you kind of losing the technique. You kind of losing, what you were taught to do. But he looks like he's real comfortable back there. So that's what I noticed as well.
I've liked this tape more, and I know I'm going to get some shit for this, but I like this tape more than I like Troy Fatanu's.
Oh, okay. I like
so
that.
far. But I think Troy was
First round guy.
Yep.
Where did he
super
end up going?
to the Steelers.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that name.
He's a super strong guy, and I think he relies on that a lot. And I think everybody that watches tape, the casual fan, Pancake, that dude's great. But this is like, he's a technician, man. I don't think people give him enough credit. Like, even me, I'm like, okay, let me pull out the Maryland tape. It might be up and down. But when I watch Troy Fatanu's tape, I'm like, oh, man, that was a great rep. I don't know about that one, And, of course, Michael Penix Jr. is not the most, he wasn't going to use his legs first. That was never a thing.
Yeah.
But what's even more impressive about this, they're running, they ran a little bootleg there. You got Talia running around. They ran power. They've done a lot more than what Washington's offense was doing. Granted, they're a national championship caliber team. They got 3 damn drafted wide receivers, like
Dante,
no joke.
I may catch more flat. He wasn't one of my favorite offensive linemen in his draft, period. And that's no knock on him. He's probably gonna be great with Pittsburgh. Like that's a system over there. Like Tomlin's gonna have all those guys ready to go, and he put a lot of pieces around him as well to protect Russ or whoever it is out there that's gonna be QB1. But he wasn't really my number one guy.
He's gonna need to step up because they get the kid from Ohio State last year, and they picked up Zach Frazier. Yeah. Zach Frazier was no joke at center this year. Like, he was my number one
in the draft. One of the top. Yeah. Him and Jackson Powers were 2 of my favorite guys in this draft.
And it wasn't close after them, in my opinion. But yeah, he's gonna need to step up. But
well, Graham played some center at Duke too, right?
Oh, Graham Barton was my favorite. I don't know if you got. Denzel. I don't know if you ever got to watch Graham Barton from Duke.
Y'all giving me some names right now. I'm about to go look up all these too.
He was my favorite offensive lineman. Dude came in as a freshman, played left tackle, and then literally throughout the season, they were just sliding him in for anybody that needed help. This dude's got a great 3 technique, right guard. You know what I'm saying? Like they were pushing him all over the place.
Yeah, that's some real shit right
he's a beast. He's gonna be so good in Tampa.
Once again, man, salute to the chat, you guys. We see everything going on. We're just breaking down some tape. It's kind of difficult to put all the comments on because of how we're boxed in. But we do have our brother, man, former Raider, Denzelle Good on, man. It's a pleasure, brother, to have you on breaking down some of this tape, man. We appreciate you once again for pulling up, man, and hanging out with us for a little bit, man.
All right.
Oh, this is gonna be an interesting rep right here because they got a couple guys. Got a couple hot guys right here. Dude right there, head up on the center. Him, number 5. And you got no help. You got 5 wide right now.
Right here, real edge rush right here.
Mm-hmm.
See what we got.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. I said that was the first 1-hour game. It's always like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I was talking about, jumping out wide, going to get some quick guys. They see you a little too far wide, they're going right inside.
But he really got no help on the right side though.
The center didn't do him any favors too. Look how long it took for him to even get set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the center and the left guard, they did terrible in that game. Yeah, they did terrible in that game. The left guard didn't get a center any push. It got right to the center shoulder. So that eliminated his inside help right there.
Yep.
Did the
DT might have been a penalty? It might have been a penalty right there.
Graham
jumped.
Well, running back, so I can see DJ's rep. Just aside from that, I was checking out those inside guys too. Let me see.
Yeah, he jumped.
Oh.
Yeah, he seemed like he was ready for the inside move, but his hands looked like the rusher just caught his hands good.
Yeah, it looked like his hands got there before his feet. Yeah.
As soon as he stopped his feet, you could see it right there, kind of.
Oh yeah,
with the hands.
You can even see it in his legs right there. That back foot got caught up.
Yeah,
man,
feet moving, man.
Yeah, you got to keep that inside leg strong, man. You can't see when I played, that was my thing, guard and tackle. I just made sure that the quickest way to get to the quarterback was an inside move. So I just made sure no inside moves going on. I felt like I was athletic enough to kind of run the guy around if he chose to go.
Do you think the line good right there? Because it looks like they were expecting a penalty. Mind you, got to play through the whistle at all times. But Big Mike, did you see them? They were complaining right after the play. Like they're like, what's going on? Where's the flag at?
You know what I mean? You got to play through that though,
yeah,
man.
you definitely
like,
do. I don't want to give them any excuse, but they look like they were expecting a penalty on that play.
Yeah, it got called back. So
okay, so they didn't give up 6.
Yeah. I watched the time. It's first down again.
Like watch all the guys put their hands up right here. Watch immediately. Like let the play.
This is the next rep.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Engagement. There you go.
Yeah, cut off block.
32 couldn't even move.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't. Yeah.
That's nasty work.
It's another nice rep.
It's like it's a good rep, but did he take that play off? I don't know.
And that's another thing you got to get used to right here. A whole empty side of the field. They run this a lot in college. You can't do this in the NFL. You don't really, you don't see this. So now he has to, I know that there's a lot of counters and stuff that can go over to the other side, but like psychologically, not knowing that you have no help outside if they run 11 or 12 personnel or something like that, you got somebody beside you. But if you're the only guy to this side and you see nobody there, I'm sure that kind of screws with you too. And then when you make it to the NFL, it's a whole different transition.
Yeah, you better be on your shit. You ain't got nobody out there. You on the island.
Yeah.
No chip, no rub or nothing. Yeah.
Trying to figure
I think I saw this play.
Hey, good. You got your own YouTube channel, or you just have one of those like music?
Yeah, just one of those. I have a YouTube channel, but I don't really do nothing with it.
Okay, got you.
I think this was, and correct me if I'm wrong, Denzelle, but like if I'm Talia's quarterback coach here, why did you even let this happen? You got number 10. Of course, he's running up the seam. I know this is a pass play, and he's getting out in the backfield for a swing pass. But
I hear you guys. Make sure you go over to SoundCloud, man, and go support our brother real quick.
Appreciate that.
If you got somebody that's, they could have ran some type of cross to try to defend them here.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you got to worry about this guy coming down, which he got the sack. This guy could have came at any given time. Like this, to me, this is.
I feel like
this is a danger zone.
I feel like that slot corner right there should be the hot guy if it is one. But I feel like on this play, the running back should have stepped up for that linebacker. And
yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
That's what I would, think on that one.
I mean, how many times are you really off script? I mean, to me, it's like I think I should have called some type of protection there as far as Talia is concerned. Like just in case. I know I'm gonna get you in the outside, but like this is what I'm worried about, especially being a right-handed quarterback as well, because your whole backside is exposed in case DJ gets beat here.
Pause.
Number 10 is going up the field. Yeah. See, the pause movement is happening. But I always look at stuff like in blocks too. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, to me, if I was on the field, I'm like, I'm really in a disadvantage here, and I know I got 2 guys that are running routes. I gotta call something. I gotta go off script because
see which way the center goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the quarterback must have called the other linebacker if they do that in their offense. The quarterback must have called that linebacker still up there in the ref. And if that's the case, I feel like DJ should be coming over to block that linebacker, and that guy would be hot if that's the case. But it's just surprising how the running back didn't get not one piece of them.
Yeah.
Or at least chip him before you get out in the flat.
Yeah, I feel like if it's a play like this, the running back should be getting that ball. Like honestly, you know what I'm saying? If he gonna run and fake the defender out like that, you should dump that off to him and just avoid that hit. But I mean, I'm no offensive coordinator, but
no, that's I mean that's very true. You point out. I mean, yeah, if you feel like that the rush is coming even in the front like this, then you have to know. I mean, if this is DJ right here, you know that other guy's probably most likely behind you. So dump it off the opposite way. With
that running back bailing, that DJ in the right, with that running back bailing, you can't let that guy come free right there. That's immediate sack. So that's on the quarterback right there, completely.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at nobody. He was over there looking around like you can't be mad at nobody on that one.
You can't let that guy run free like that right there, like right through that gap. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's that Josh Gaddis stuff, man. You run the ball so much, then you forget. Hey, man, make sure you set your protection too at all times, even on pass plays. I don't know if they did a lot of that adjusting. I know Josh Gaddis, what he likes to do, just like what we saw at the beginning of the game. Let's try to shift these guys, but these guys are playing zone all the way across the board. They ain't moving. They don't care about man to man. We got Will Johnson as our corner who can stick any wide receiver in college football. So we're just gonna let him do whatever he needs to. Like, you know, that was just always surprising to me when teams like Maryland played Michigan. They know that these guys are not going to move. They're going to stick to their assignment the whole time.
Let's see what we got right here.
Again, this is, I mean, to me, he's on the island again. Who's picking up who?
Okay.
Oh, nice. He came. He tried to.
Picked him up.
Yeah, he tried to come back and get 96 there too.
That was great. He kept his hand. He brung the guy to the guard. He didn't just leave him. If he knew a game coming, he didn't just punch him and leave him. He kind of brought him into the guard. Realized it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like these running backs don't like to chip anybody or get a hand on anybody. Like sometimes you run a Texas route and they. You know, we used to tell our players that if you see an edge rusher coming around, put a hand on him and like try to stun him out the way. You know, you're in the middle of the field. All these guys are rushing at this point in time.
But he should have dumped that off to the running back right there.
He held on to the ball too long.
But this is the difference between first rounders and Talia right there.
Yeah, he's a UDFA, right? He went undrafted.
He went undrafted. I mean, I've always liked Talia, but I mean, the difference between him and his brother is this.
Look at all that green in front of him. If he would have just dumped it off to the running back, man, that's a first down.
Mm-hmm.
You live to see another day.
Well, it's a third down too, and I'm sure they say this in the NFL as well. Is like we're still in a tough spot, and incompletion is incompletion, and we're at where we're at. But like, get 5 yards, help your punter out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the QB, he fucked that up.
Yeah, entire drive, man. To be honest.
Yeah.
But Bo Nix will get hate for that right there.
Here we go. Yeah. Have you been in tune with college ball good?
Somewhat. I know the names. I know a few of the names. Yeah.
You have a favorite player that came out this year? It doesn't matter what position. Any specific guy that you were like, man, that's gonna be one of them ones.
Let me think about it. What's the guy? Alt. I'm ready to see.
Oh, Joe Alt.
Yeah.
Charger, man. I hate it because I'm a Notre Dame guy, so I love Joe Alt. But
that was one of the few O-linemen that really jumped off the page when I did see him around draft time. I was like, goodness gracious, who is this dude? Like, he a man. But I'm ready to see him play. Ready to see how that play out.
Yeah, he's gonna be nice out there with LA. Harbaugh got one. I'm gonna be real.
I feel like when I watched Joe Alt's film, I wasn't like super surprised, but some of the reps were like, God damn, he's super dominant.
Yeah.
I just wish he was like that every single rep. And I know Harbaugh is gonna put that into his head now when he gets there. It's like, dude, you had 5 amazing reps out of the 10 that we just watched on film. And you could have did that the rest of the other 5. So, like, what happened? I think he's going to get his psyche together.
It's going to be different, man. He's going to have Rashawn Slater on the other side of him, man. That's a mean 1-2 punch, bro.
I think with Joe, too, he just didn't know how to use his body correctly for being that big and that strong, too.
Yeah.
And that's what it seemed like. He just came off, like, kind of goofy. But he's a physical freak. There's a reason why he went in the first round.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Yeah, kind of got caught up there, but
I hate watching from this weird ass angle.
Yeah, I hate that. Yeah,
this angle's the worst unless it's like you're watching a passer up, you're watching wide receivers. That's it. That's coming across the middle. Outside of that, that angle kind of sucks.
Shit, this one we can't even see shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Push it back.
They put us in the nosebleed section.
Yeah. Watching it from the parking lot.
Yeah, straight up. Look like they sent him 5. I was at 9, 5.
I think who's that? I think that is. Damn, I
Yeah.
can't tell you.
Yeah, no, huh?
You
It
talking
look
about
like,
the edge?
yeah, it look like they about to send him right here.
Yeah.
He look thirsty.
Nah, these the reps you want to see right here, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, because both tackles about to get worked.
bro, his feet pitter patting, bro. He ready to go cook.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this is your insurance policy. This is what we always used to say. H-back is always an insurance
Bro,
policy.
he hasn't
You
touched
block it,
anybody all game long.
Right.
Bro.
That's
So I don't know, bro.
no, okay.
Great rep.
Yeah.
And this is how you have to piece Michigan right here. They're so used to people going deep on them.
They get rid of the football quick.
Yeah, that's great.
That first.
That is, he got great feet, man. You could tell he know he got good feet because you want to see them hands go up a little high. You want to see him have them a little ready, just so you can avoid that when he got beat with that inside move.
Yeah,
The lower they are, it's just easy to smack them down. You know, want to get them up there.
It seems like all the success they're having at the quarterback position is these 1-2 step drops, and that's it. Like, just get rid of the ball. It seems like when he has the ball too long, that's when all the problems occur.
Yeah.
That's the best way to take the rush out of it. You're going against a team like this, Michigan, full of studs.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta speed it up.
All right, here we go.
Mike Sanderstrell and Will Johnson are two of the best corners. We're two of the best corners in the league at this point too. And I think with, especially with Maryland's talent, you're going to have a bunch of 2 and 3 stars that are not going to be able to get, out wide with any of those guys. So, taking the inside release, you're going to get destroyed because the safety is going to be in your face. Taking the outside release, they're just going to push you out of bounds and make you ineligible. So it's like, what I'm saying? What do you do?
Real quick, S. Dot, man, salute to him. He's giving Denzelle his flowers. Man, I'm so happy to see y'all analyzing the offensive line. To see you guys breaking down the trenches with Big Dog D Good. He was a force on that field. Salute to you, man, S. Dot. Appreciate you, brother. Real talk.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, S. Dot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, it's been a pleasure. This is school for me.
Yes, sir.
I'm always trying to learn something new, Denzelle. So I'm never the one to act like I know everything. I know what I know, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I don't know everything, but I know what I know, though.
Man, shit, bro. You made it to the league, and you had a pretty good career, man. So
Appreciate that.
you know what I mean. We were actually, when you retired, man. I remember I was like, "Dog, you got to be kidding me,
Yo,
bro."
that was devastating. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Oh,
Come
bro,
on, man.
dog. We were like,
That
no,
hurt me, bro.
in like what 31, right? Good.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I remember I ran and did a video, and I was like, I was so mad. I'm like, no, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we need you right now, my guy.
For real.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a little second, man. I'm gonna apologize to Raider Nation for how it went down. I wish I could have did it better. I wish I could have had the timing better, but it was just a lot going on mentally, physically, and it was just, I feel
No, we
like
know. We know your story, man. And we totally understand you, brother. And that injury is something that's definitely difficult to come back from. And man, look, we just love you for the time we had with you, man, at the end of the day.
Man.
appreciate that. And shout out to my guy Drew. He on the Raiders training staff, man. He was a huge part of me getting back. He kept me in there with the rehab, man. That's my guy for life, man, for sure.
Love it, man. Love it. Let's get a few more reps in, Dante. We'll get like through the first half, and then we'll run it, man. We want to once again say we appreciate you good for your time tonight as well.
Yeah, man. This has
Pretty
been
man.
awesome.
Yeah.
I told my kids I got a little bit later bedtime because I'm doing something right now.
Nah, I love it. Thank you, bro. Real talk.
I forgot to mention Junior Colson is in the NFL right now too.
He's a monster. That was one of Wasted favorite guys in this draft.
Yeah.
The linebacker. He was nice. Oh, Wasted told me to tell you good what's up too, man. He wanted to pull up on us. It'll be difficult to have all of us on here, but you know what I mean? He said, tell my guy I said what to do.
Yeah, man. Tell myself.
I mean, that's the best rep that you could get possibly there. Like, I would love to see Talia step up in the pocket a little more,
Beautiful.
or run it.
Yeah, it's a major hole right there.
Junior Colson is back here. 8's got a job to do. You got 2 guys blocking here. 15's occupied, 5's occupied, 78's occupied. I just never understood the quarterbacks that are like that. I mean, it's a great pass though. I mean,
but he didn't go through. Oh no, he went through his progressions.
Yeah, he went through his progression.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
A
did
lot
good
of it was
job
because of
bodying that up,
DJ.
too, and keep moving his feet too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just love to.
Got into him, but he recovered good.
Yeah, that's what I like. I mean, because every rep isn't going to be perfect.
Mhm.
It's that recovery, which in those kind of situations, what you're looking for too. So,
and see this right here, you can see his strength with reps like this. You can see because that's tough. People don't realize it looks simple, but it's tough to be able to stay that square when the guy is like into your chest like that. It's tough, man. When I get in the call, like that's good strength right there. That's just pure strength right there.
Yo, hey Isaiah, he went to the Chargers. Another one, Michigan. Colston went to the. He gonna be with Jim Harbaugh again.
Yeah.
He gonna turn him into an All-Pro. Watch. He gonna turn him into an All-Pro. Damn.
I mean, he's got a lot of good linebackers and linemen that he's gonna be around too on that defense as well.
Definitely. All right, what we looking at right here?
The thing that I like too is, and I'm sure this is difficult from your standpoint, Denzelle, like just playing tackle. I mean, this guy is vertical and he's just running, got his shoulder inside of you. Like he could have easily been called for a holding call here if his hands are in the wrong position. Yeah, pause. Pause, man.
Hey, yo.
But see, this rep right here, the only knock I got on him is just, I would say, the coach probably will tell him, get them hands fired quicker. You want to get that outside, that punch hand. You want to get that jab going to stop that guy. You will stop his momentum. He wouldn't have been able to get into his chest so quickly. But his punch was just a little late. He kind of cycled before he punched. And that guy kind of allowed him to get that shoulder into his chest, which can easily draw a holding call. But that's why I said you can tell he's strong as hell because he kept that outside leg square. He didn't turn too much to where it looked like a revolving door. And you do get that holding call. So he was able to stay square enough to kind of just push that guy and keep him wide enough to get a quarterback enough space. That's a pretty good rep, like a recovery rep.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of cycle. Like he reminded me a lot of myself when I was younger. I swear I see a lot of the same things I got coached up on, man. Just like cycling the hands before you punch, doing that motion right there before you make contact. You'll like if you see playing in slow motion, you'll see they got them white gloves too. Yeah, like, you see the hands kind of cycle like a wheel, and then he kind of grabs. But yeah, he's plenty strong, man. Like just to keep that guy wide, not just turn the right away.
Yeah, it's almost like you wanted his hands to be on him, probably right here.
As soon as the dude put his other hand out, like he brought it out to wind up that rip. When he opened his chest up, he ought to punch him with that inside hand. Just boom, that was my go-to. A lot of coaches don't coach to punch with your inside hand, but I used to love to, and I usually get the guys wider. Like you just punch them out wide and get the reset.
So let me ask you guys a quick question. Do you think one of the big reasons they got white gloves on is to be able to hold without getting called?
Absolutely. You want your glove? Yeah.
That's a fact.
You the home team, you better put some white gloves on for them white jerseys. Yes, sir.
They used to call Julian Edelman for that all the time. Because he used to wear red gloves playing against white jerseys. And he used to get flagged all the time for that. And Bill Belichick was like, "What are you doing, bro? You gonna get called for holding every single time? They can see your hands."
Great little strategy for real.
Good. Have you thought about
Denzelle, how are you, bro?
Have you
What's
thought
going
about
on?
Cooling, brother. Cooling.
Have you thought about coaching?
I definitely have thought about coaching, man. I don't, I feel like I've been sitting still too long. I kind of want to get back into football. I miss it.
Bro, what you're doing right now, like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be, like, at all. Like,
yeah, I've been looking for the opportunities, man. I really want to get into training some high school kids and college kids. I want to get into training just technique wise, and just I've been looking for some opportunities though around the area, upstate area, Charlotte area.
Yeah, man, you got, bro, the mind, man. You got to do it, man.
Yeah, man. It's funny, man. People don't understand how many hours and how much dedication it takes to be a professional at anything. Yeah. That's why, like, it's laughable to me when we do shows and we start breaking tape down or we talk about players and people are disrespectful. There's a way for you to give your opinion and to give an honest assessment of something that happens in the game without being disrespectful to the professionalism of that particular player, and I think a lot of people need to really, really learn that. It really irritates me, especially people with big platforms that are in the media, the Skip Baylesses of the world, guys like that probably couldn't get arrested. They you know, like Jalen Rose said, man, Water Pistol Pete. You know, you go in there, you disrespect players. It's like, bro, you couldn't play. You played left out in high school. You couldn't do anything.
Right.
Like,
Well, there was a I made a video last night. I hopped on a live, and one of our viewers pointed out there was a Vikings podcast. They got like 46,000 subscribers, and they were answering fan questions. Man, this shit pissed me off so bad. They were like, "Well, can you tell us what your bold prediction is?" And one guy was like, of course, being a Vikings fan, he's like, well, I think there's going to be a major injury that happens week 1. And then the guy was like, which player? And he was like, Jared Goff.
What?
He was like, his time is coming because he got a big paycheck. I'm like, bro, I said, that shit is ignorant. For as big as a platform that you got, and you got little guys like me that's trying to make it up, saying the right things, giving respect to players, like, I was like, bro, unsubscribe to them dudes, man. You don't respect the game at all because of your fandom is like clouding your judgment with everything. That's crazy.
But these days, man, somebody jumping on a platform like this and just straight up trash talking, disrespecting players, that's gonna get more views, unfortunately, than constructive criticism or actual breakdown of film. People don't want to see that no more. They want to see something outlandish. That they can repost and like, oh, I can't believe you said this shit. Like, that's all people want these days, man. It's sick, man.
And it's crazy that they said that after their own Vikings player passed away in a car accident.
Yeah, man, that's the future Tyree Jackson, man. Hey, real quick, y'all. One more time, rest in paradise to Monty Kiffin.
Oh, yeah.
Great defensive mind.
One of the greatest defensive minds ever.
Yeah, the Tampa 2, the architect of the Tampa 2. You know, Monty Kiffin, man, was really one of the integral parts in why the Bucks had the run that they had. You know what I mean? He was a guy that worked along with Tony Dungy, man, and they had a situation down there where John Gruden came into it and kept him because that defense gave him a ring.
Yep.
Real.
John Lynch, man. John Lynch, the king of the Tampa 2.
Hey, man, throw that shit away, man.
Hold on. Look, listen, you guys know every time I come on a film breakdown late, it's time to derail this. All this. It's time to derail this right now. Listen, East Coast, got love, I got respect for you, brother.
Yes.
Time to take the Raider prayer. That's it. It's enough. Enough.
It's time, bro.
That helmet literally crushed all of our dreams on this screen. Like,
bro,
the one Super Bowl I got the Raiders lost the Super
Bowl. I'm a Jaguars fan. Nobody's getting their dreams crushed more than me.
Bro, listen, I'm gonna go since I'm the oldest, right? I had a Super Bowl party. I had a bottle of Dom Perignon. I'm waiting, for us to win. We're gonna shock the world, even though we got 1 week. Barrett Robbins just goes missing. We still gonna win. We don't care. I'm walking in the house with my bottle of Dom and some sandwiches. I had a Super Bowl party in my apartment.
Sandwiches and a bottle of Dom.
Yeah, but I'm having a Super Bowl party in my apartment. I'm like in my early 20s. I'm in my early 20s, right? The bottle slips out my hand and breaks, bro. Before the Super Bowl. So I'm like, yo, this is terrible right now. I know. Then we start getting cooked. I have a Super Bowl party. In the middle of us getting cooked, I threw everybody out, had a meltdown. Yep. It was the worst day of the world.
I drove home from the Super Bowl party in Vallejo back to Sacramento, and I cried for 45 minutes straight, like dead ass, like in front of my girl at the time too. Just dead ass was crying the entire time back home. So it was nasty work. Yeah, it was ugly.
That's a terrible sign, man. Right before the Super Bowl, not the Dom.
Yeah, bro. I had it. It was like, whoop. I was like, oh, you know how when you see something fall and you want to catch it? I was like, no, I didn't want to drop the sandwiches too. I just had to let it.
Yo. All right, Tay, let's get a few more reps in before we get out of here, man.
All right.
A bottle of Dom and some sandwiches, bro.
Bro, that sounds like a good
There's no other way to enjoy Dom Perignon.
A nice PB&J and shit. Yo, that's hilarious. What you see right there, Dante?
All right, let me
once again
it here.
I hate that angle, man.
All right, so it looks like 11 personnel. Mm-hmm. Got two hot reads here, 17, 32. Junior Colson right there. Obviously, we got, both A gaps are open in case these guys want to double team either 94 or 55. So that's one thing to watch. Then obviously you got DJ. Is he picking up 32? Is the tight end picking up 32? Is he picking up 15? Is he coming to help with the double team at 94? Don't know what the play is. But as we know that this running back has not been chipping anybody all game. So
no, has not put his hand, has not touched anyone.
I feel bad for 32. He is about to, I thought he was about to get mauled.
Yeah, so he gets up, gets on 32, pushing him up.
That's just one of them plays you knew that was going out wide.
But it's like, I don't understand why Maryland got away from this. They're just chipping them down the field.
Yeah.
There's no shame in that. A W is a W at the end of the day.
Yeah. But are they down big right now?
You gotta. I said, good defense like that, man. You gotta kind of poke and pry to see where they weak at. That's why I see a lot of good defense get attacked on the outside edge. They just try to see, if they can get away from all that talent on the inside.
How frustrating would this shit be as a defensive guy? They're just going down the field, just chipping you. Right, man, I'd be pissed off right now.
That bend don't break shit, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so we got 32.
Bro, Dom and sandwiches, bro. Like that. I'm gonna literally. That shit's gonna be on my mind.
That's a championship combination right there.
Yeah, bro. Facts.
That might happen this season. Shit.
Straight up.
Man.
Yeah, now a bottle of Dom is like $1,000 now.
Yeah. Good. Hey, good. What you see right there? There was a lot of patience right there. Like,
yeah. How hard is this rep, Denzelle?
That's crazy.
Because again, it's like one of those. It's like if number 25 was to bail out, I'm sure he would just turn back and just kind of keep sealing off the outside edge guy. But with 25 standing right there up in the action, he gonna go and try to just get his inside shoulder. That's what it seemed like.
And it looks like the best case scenario is when you're taking his inside rep is to try to get here or here at this point. And that's something that the running back's got to recognize at that point. And he decided to cut it inside and get a couple yards.
Oh, man.
But again, you talk about the different level of players too. Bijan Robinson's taking that the other way. They're recognizing that right off the get.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of players they think it's just all quarterback has to think about these things too. When it's like, as a running back, you got to understand. Okay, if I was supposed to take an inside zone straight up the middle, but I got a favorable matchup with 32 and 94 on this side.
I'm trying to see what the running back will be reading right here.
Yeah,
because it kind of like it was a design cutback like that. They had one earlier when we started watching. They had a design cutback. Like
and it might be that too.
Just went right to the back. But
because a lot of their plays are designed to go right here.
Yeah, because if you're reading that front side guard, then you got to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you're reading that front side guard, you got to go hit that. But it got to be a design cutback. Ain't no way.
I'm seeing an NFL ready guy. Good. Like I'm seeing a guy that, I don't think that he needs to start in year one. Regardless, we can be patient with him because we already have starters all across the line. Yeah. But this is a guy, man, that I think is NFL ready and can develop into something nice. Especially you were saying the tape you watched on him on the right side, he was a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
This could be good, man.
There's nothing about his game to me as a whole. If I'm just summarizing, nothing about his game said like a project player. He seemed like he got enough strength and good footwork to where he could come in if he need be. He could contribute right away. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying take nobody's spot right off bat. Like we got some guys, but I definitely don't see him being a hindrance. I see him being able to be plugged in if need be and being able to give, solid contribution to the team. Like I can see that.
If you had, and I know this is only a few reps, and you know what I mean, but what would be an NFL comp, you guys, from what you've just seen thus far? Like in this game, what do you kind of see in a sense? It's kind of difficult. I don't want to put y'all on blast, but I know it's kind of
no problem.
He kind of reminds me of like a Laramie Tunsil almost.
Ooh, I mean, shit, we get anywhere near a Laramie Tunsil with him. I mean, shit.
as far as the way that he's patient, because Laramie Tunsil is not like, I mean, he can maul you, but he's so patient. Even when he was with the Dolphins, it was the same. It was the same way. Like the way he set the edge and everything. That's the first guy that comes to mind. I know that's a big comparison, but
Yeah.
I mean, I've been impressed by this so far. Like there's a reason why he got drafted where he got drafted now, and I have, this is Michigan, the best defense.
Yeah,
it's the best last year.
In the last 3 years, to be honest with you, besides Alabama.
Zell, what you got, man? What you call it?
And he just got good size, strength. He can move, athletic as hell. Good length. It seemed like good run blocking. I mean, especially I see him contributing to guard too.
Yeah.
With just the way he can run block and move guys, man. Like I can see that. I can see that transition being made no problem.
What'd you like better, man? Guard or tackle in your time in the NFL?
I like guard better. It suited my game. I'm as far as NFL lineman goes, I'm still big as hell. So it kind of suited my game. You know what I'm saying? Like just being able to have a guy right here, and just go, man, and just
Because I think he'll be a guard. I think a lot of people will have him slated as a guard at the next level.
What was it? 6'4",
6'4",
320?
He's 6'5", 328.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, they have him slated on Wikipedia at 6'4", 315. But where you see that at?
PFF Premium.
Okay. Well, shit. They're probably right.
Yeah. Man. Hey, listen, man. He might have had some of them sandwiches.
Right.
Well, what's crazy?
Food pairing with the drink. Yeah, he was definitely doing that.
What's crazy about, and I only use PFF so I can see like the in-depth stats. I really hate the grades that they do because they don't give you the formula how they come up with that stuff. So I really ignore that when I'm trying to evaluate players. He had a 53.6 grade against Michigan. How? I don't understand how he's no lower than 70 at this point. Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. We're still in the first half, right? Like if we thugged it out the entire game, this is probably where Michigan's going to start diving in the second half. You know what I mean? Like, so there may be some difference of play in that second half. Didn't you say that Maryland got destroyed?
But I still think wins against the number one defense are wins at the end of the day. Like
no, definitely, I agree.
53.6. Even if they did fall apart in the second half, I think that's. I mean, coaching and game planning, they're going to figure something out.
I mean, no, you're right.
Michigan, they won a national championship.
And guess what? This is against a fresh defense in the first half. So you were absolutely right.
They should be on their best shit right now, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's get one more rep in, man, before we get our brother Good, man, back to them babies.
I'm gonna go to the second half of the game just to see how he does. We get a couple reps in there. All right. So this is one.
What did the final score of this game end up being?
24-35, I believe it was.
Oh, wasn't that bad?
I mean, they didn't get smoked.
That's what I'm saying. Maryland always played them hard.
That's competitive. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and there's that huge drop off between the ACC and the Big Ten lately. You know what I mean? I mean, the ACC normally always has that one team that dominates the whole conference. Like the
Maryland's in the Big Ten. They're both Big Ten.
They're in the Big Ten now?
Them and Rutgers.
Being old. Look at me being old.
I remember the days. They didn't get there anymore.
They were in the Big East.
Back in my day, they were the ACC.
I still think they're in the ACC sometimes. I'm like, when did Florida State play Maryland?
It's gonna be hard to get used to Texas being in the SEC. That shit looks so weird.
Yeah, it does look weird. Them in Oklahoma going to that.
No, the shit that's gonna be weird is SMU, Cal, and Stanford in the ACC.
Oh yeah,
that shit's weird,
crazy.
Bro. It looks like college football is trending towards like 4 major conferences, like these mega conferences, and that's that. Like all of those little tiny, like the WAC conference and all those conferences are gonna be eaten up, man.
That was a great play right there. Play that again.
Yeah,
that was a great play all around,
all across the board. But DJ did his Dougie right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you see that end of that play?
Yeah.
Wait,
you put him down for sure.
Little mean streak there.
Watch this little.
There you go.
Touchdown.
I love to see offensive linemen do that push off. I know you guys get taught to do that shit. Once they jump off, push that motherfucker out.
Yeah.
I
ain't never seen nobody try to punish a jumper more than Richie and Gabe.
Oh, yeah.
No, they try. If you jump on, they're gonna try to murder you literally if you jump.
I'll throw you out the club, huh?
Yep.
That was nice.
I see a leg in there.
I'm sending that rep I'm gonna screenshot this and send that rep over to DJ and his dad on Instagram. That rep right there, that was some bully shit. Like I love that.
Yeah, that's that Main Street shit.
Yeah, I mean, because it's like low key disrespectful though. Good, right? Like you gonna jump in my face? Come on, bro. Let me get this fuck out of here. Like, I love it.
Yeah, I think they punched it in there. Let's get one more rep in this game.
All right. It's a different back in the backfield as well. It's the same. Nah, it was number 7, right?
I think it was like 21 and 7.
He done got some reps. 23 got some reps. He got a few.
Okay.
Look at him trying to find some.
Trying to get enough field, looking for somebody to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was DJ that pulled.
Oh, I love it. He pulled. Major part of that play.
Let me see if he. Let me see the footwork. Did he stay tight? He kind of floated out a little bit. You want to kind of bring it. Yeah, you want to come right off that guard hip.
Yeah.
Was that the guard or the tackle? No, that was the guard. You want to come right off that guard hip.
Yeah.
That guard blocking down on that linebacker. You want to go right off his hip.
Right.
Stay tight.
It almost looked like he thought he was running the ball through the gap.
it ain't much tackle pull. Like it ain't a lot of that in the NFL. It's like you got to be you only see the guys like Trent and outside pull to the outside. Yeah, but as far as pulling around the O-line, you don't see much of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because Trent also has Juszczyk, who he's got support with all the time too. So it's a lot easier to pull them tackles.
That dude's a
man.
Bro, he's frightening to watch out in the open field. Like how fast he is to be that big. It's frightening to see that big Joker move.
Yeah, I had just seen a one-on-one rep with him and Fred Warner, and that was just crazy. Like how he beat Fred Warner on the like a wheel route. I thought that was impressive as hell.
Bro, he's definitely a freak.
I had to send me that shit because I want to see it.
He pulled again.
That's stuff of legends right there.
Look, man, I love to see that the big fella got his own private plane, man. It ain't just quarterbacks nowadays. Left tackles get too.
That's what's up.
God, let's get out of here, man. Once again, man, appreciate everybody for rocking with us. Coming up almost on 2 hours, man. Good, my brother. Once again, dog, we appreciate you, man. Really
appreciate y'all, man. The pleasure's all mine.
Yeah, man.
Taking your time and pulling up, man. Hey, at some point, when we break down some more tape at some point during the season, or we would just let it have you come on, man, and pick your brain a little bit during.
Absolutely, man. Yeah.
You know what I want? I want us to do a built different. We could do a hip hop show, bro, and talk about some music, bro. Ooh, I've been waiting for that. That's what I was going to reach out for. Let me
know. I'm there.
We got to do, because we always do stuff with music, bro. Graphk and myself and bro, I really wanted. There was a lot of stuff that I wanted to get into, man. Like that's been going on in the hip hop game, bro. I really would love to do that, man.
You know what? Let's keep it hip hop on the way out, right? Because I've asked Dylan Laube, he was on the show. I asked Trey Taylor, salute to my guy, rookie out of Air Force, the other day on the show. Now I got to ask you, good, Drake or Kendrick?
Try to get this man canceled.
What we doing? I know you from the home of J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? Like the Carolinas. So you kind of, in the middle.
I'm going to put it like this. As far as the beef, I got to give it to Kendrick because the way he moved, I feel like the strategy for him worked 100%. He got the public on his side. He got the West Coast United, all that good stuff. He won the beef. I got to get that to him. But Drake, to me, is just a better artist. He got more reach. The numbers are there. They don't lie. Drake is a better artist. He done ran the game for the past 10, 15 years, man. You can't deny that. I don't like how a lot of these new Kendrick fans are trying to deny Drake's greatness.
I don't think anybody's had a better run than Drake.
Kendrick definitely won the battle. He won the beef, but ain't nobody out here got a better run right now than Drake, though. Got to be real about that.
So what you're saying is Drake is a Miller Lite and Kendrick Lamar is like an IPA. He's an acquired taste. But only real ones know.
That was the most suburban way to break this battle down. That was very, very unseasoned chicken of you, Dante.
It is what it is. I don't even drink. I don't even drink.
But bro, you know why I look at it like this, man? I think, I think Kendrick struck a chord, and it's probably a minor. Yo,
I already knew where y'all gonna be at. I already knew y'all gonna be at.
Yeah, that's my. I love K Dot, man. And Graphk will tell you before this beef. I was talking about like how Dot is my favorite young artist. He's not young anymore, but I'm old, so to me he's a young artist. But Dot, I love Dot. Yeah, I'm a big Dot, big J. Cole guy because to me they keep hip hop alive. You know what I mean? Like
I'm from Cali, and Drake, my favorite artist. So
Graphk loves Drake.
I wasn't a Kendrick guy until this happened. Like Race has been trying to tell me, get up, you got to get up on Kendrick's music, and I'm like, it just ain't really for me. You know what I mean? And then I started really diving deep, and I'm like, yo, he got some music. He got some music. But I'm a Drake guy. I'm gonna be real with you. But Kendrick absolutely slaughtered it.
But this is the problem with Drake for me, and this was always been a problem for me. He has too many ghostwriters, and you can't claim that you're the best when you got a whole room full of people writing for you like you a comedian or something like that, bro. Yeah. Like, yo, and the thing is, I don't like how he'll take somebody's swagger and not give them their respect. Like, I remember when Drake was doing Room for Improvement, and he had all of the mixtapes and stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
Right. And I remember him going on tour and making music with Lil Brother and making music with Fonte and Pooh. And he ripped Fonte's whole style. He never gives Fonte credit, bro. Fonte, he raps like Fonte. Like the early Drake record, he rapped just like Fonte. Try to sing like him, everything. Yeah. It's like, yo, come on, bro. Give North Carolina their respect, bro.
I listened to the the Minstrel Show.
Yeah,
my little brother.
It's one of my favorites, man.
Ever.
I heard it. I heard the damn
similarities, right?
Drake and Fonte, like the way he talked on the track before it started, everything. It was you can tell he was heavily inspired by it for sure. Like,
and give him the credit, right?
Yeah.
Give him the credit.
I never heard Drake mention him.
He doesn't. He did so much music with them. Denzelle, like, yo, good. He did so much. He did mixtapes and stuff with Fonte and Pooh and Elzot and all of them. And it's like, come on, bro. And what he does is, to me, he's the king of the swagger jack. He'll get next to you and then take your whole style and then
he knows. I mean, he's done it consistently. But guess what? That's the reason why he's been on this insane run. You know what I mean? Like he finds these young kids and to have regional hits, and he says, "Let me jump on that." And it's a mutual benefit thing though. Like he definitely helped the Migos out. Like that Versace wouldn't have been what it was without Drake. It would have been big regionally, but it wouldn't have been that record. You know what I mean? So look, man, Drake has done some ill shit, but at the end of the day, other people have benefited off of him as well.
No, he's the hip hop stimulus package. But I'm just saying, like, you can't say that you're of that ilk of Tupac and Jay-Z and Nas and guys like that. And when you don't use your own pen, when you using other people, like when you jump on tracks and then spit. Look, I've seen Jay-Z spit little lines to give B.I.G. his credit. I never saw a guy get on somebody's song, right? Like, and use Rapping Forte whole verse.
Yeah.
I got a buddy named Texas in Young JB, you know, and see, I'm old enough. I remember, like when I heard Who Do You Love with YG, I was like, yo, why you spin rap? Because I'm in my 40s. So I remember Rapping Forte. I was like in high school when that stuff came out.
Motherfucker, you 60.
Man, you know what the problem is? Graphk gets me like confused with his lower back. Your lower back.
Oh, I can't even laugh at that, bro. I can't even laugh at that.
Pause.
Yeah, these young guys I call these two broke back mountain over here.
Oh, shit.
Two young whippersnappers.
Yo,
talking to the old man.
Hey, real quick, hey Denzelle, man. Once again on the way out, bro. Let everybody know where they can follow you, where they can check out the music. I know we were putting the links all through the chat. Salute to the Mob Fathers. They were definitely putting all your stuff. But just on the way out, one more time, and let everybody know where to follow you at, brother.
Yeah, man. On social media, Twitter, IBDG. Instagram, Denzelle Good. All my music is all platforms, SoundCloud, for the free. That's really about it. You know, follow me, IG. You know, I'm gonna try to get more active on there. Interact, you know, if Raider Nation, holler at me, man. If I see it, I promise on Twitter especially, I'll respond as much as I can.
Go run them streams up, you guys. Spotify, Apple Music, man. Like, let's take care of one of our own. This is a guy that went to battle for our organization. You know what I mean? Like, let's take care of one of our own just like he did for us, man. Once again, Zell, my dog, we appreciate you for pulling up. Big Mike, my brother. Dante, my brother. Wait, it's always fun when you pull up. You already know. On the way out, you guys, make sure you wipe them feet. That means hit them thumbs up and hit that subscribe button on all four channels. Wasted, Big Mike, Dante, East Coast Gridiron, and myself as well. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys.
That's what I'm talking about.